What's up, boys? Back with another video with talking about UFC 300, Pereira vs. Prochazka, two my best favorites and best underdogs of the card. Coming into the favorites, my confidence level on Simone is pretty high. I'd say that he is great value. I'd say he's between great value and decent value, but I'd say that he's great value just because he's facing a guy that's one win from debut. He's debuting off. Jesus Christ, he's debuting. Fuck, Jesus Christ, his debuting fight. Um, he won. He was getting taken down and controlled. Ended up dogging it through and getting the KO in the third round. That was the only way he was going to win the fight because he was going to lose that decision. So I think that Simone is pretty great value just because he's proven he can get the takedowns. Next up, Ray Tasuria. I'd say he's bad value. Jesus Christ, you need to stop making biscuits up in here. I'd say he's bad value just because he's debuting. He looks promising. He just hasn't proven it yet, so I'm just gonna move on from that. Boudet, I feel like that's horrendous value. Boudet being minus 220 or something like that against Arlovsky. Arlovsky is old, but how is Boudet not a closer in the odds just because he's not that good. He has good volume. He presses people against the cage and kind of doesn't do too much. Like he has, yeah, I said he had good volume, but he I don't know, like too often where he'll just press up against the cage and really do nothing. Um, he's not crazy technical, and Arlovsky is pretty technical, so I don't know. I feel like he's just too bad value. Um, Robertson. I feel like Robertson loses, so it's hard to put her even at decent value. Um, I'm gonna just put her at bad value just because I don't see how she's the minus like 200 against Watterson when Watterson has faced way better competition than Robertson is. Um, so I think she's bad value. Talbot bad value just because he's like minus 1600. That's unbettable. You can't really money line him. And risking any other and like if you go by KO, I guess that's okay odds. But if you're money lining it, you're just doing the wrong move for sure. Jourdain. I think that Jourdain is too close to call. I feel like he could be decent value here just because he's facing somebody who isn't proven. But I feel like Silva's potential is pretty high, and it could be pretty good. So I think it's too close to call. But I think the odds are good just because it's close to a pick 'em, and this is I feel like a 50-50 fight. Next up, Andre Fili. I feel like he's bad odds just because he's too chinny. I feel like his chin, he's been knocked out, I think, like 2 times in the past, like 2 years. Um, he's chinny. He has good range. He has good output. He has some power, but I'd say the chinniness it makes it bad value. And I feel like the fact that Swanson is that big of a dog is kind of crazy to me. Next up, Ian Gary. I want to put him at great value, but I'm gonna put him at decent value, even though I'm pretty confident in him. I'd say that Ian Gary, he has been facing UFC level. Michael Venom Page hasn't been facing UFC level, but he definitely has good skill. He is fast. He has good strikes. He's crafty. Has weird strikes, but I feel like Ian Gary being able to do what he did to all his opponents, stay on the outside, get good kicks in, is what he's gonna do to Page, and I feel like it's decent value. It would be great value if it was like minus 110, I think, which I think it was at one point. But next up, Joe Pyfer. Actually, I think I was supposed to do Joe Pyfer first. Joe Pyfer. I want to put him at bad value just because he just got fraud checked. Hermanson is tough, and Barrial is pretty tough. I mean, obviously they're not the same fighter, but Barrial has taken a lot of punches and just survived. Pfeiffer, he does have power, but his power might be a little bit fake. Like I know he did that one punching stat thing, and he broke the record, and Ngannou broke the record, but at some point he broke Ngannou's record. I don't know. So I think his power is a bit fraudy. He is a bit fraudy himself. I think the odds minus like 300, a bit too much, just off coming off a loss, gassing out. It's not a 5 round fight. He should win, but minus 300 is it's a little scary to put down money on him. Next up, Chai-Sun, Macy Chai-Sun. I think she's bad value. I feel like I don't know how she is like the favorite right now. She's like minus 110 or minus 115. How is she the favorite? She's going against a way better opponent. I don't really know. A lot of people are picking Chai-Sun, but I don't see how she wins. If she goes for a takedown, she loses. If she stands on the feet, I feel like she's going to get taken down. So I see this fight going to the ground. I don't know. See how she's the favorite. I think she's bad odds. Roman Dolidze, bad odds. I don't. How are people betting on Roman Dolidze? Roman Dolidze moving up. He is not technical, has no takedowns. Bad value. Next up, Lopez. I wouldn't put him at decent value just because he's the favorite against Ortega, and Ortega's really tough. I think this fight is too close to call. It's a 50-50 fight, and that's kind of disrespect on Ortega just because he's so proven. But Lopez has that aura, has that power, has that submission threat, even though I don't think he'll get the submission. But this fight's too close to call, in my opinion. And Pereira, I'd say he probably, even though I don't think he wins, I think he's decent value just because he just knocked out Prochazka not too long ago. So I feel like he has to be pretty decent value, if not great value. But I don't really see him winning, but those are going to be my favorites. Let's get into the dogs. First fight, Oliveira. I'd say, ooh, nah, I wouldn't say he's bad odds. Shit, I probably need to work on changing categories, but I'll just place my bad odds. I don't think he's bad odds, but I don't think he has that much of a chance to win. But it's definitely he has a chance because he has a knockout threat. It's definitely not a 50-50. Yeah, I'll reorder it in the next video, but. Next up, Hernandez. Shit, yeah. I'm going to need to make a new one for sure. But Hernandez, I wouldn't say bad odds, but I'd say he's pretty good odds for a debuting fighter that isn't proven but has finishing threat. I don't know. Next up, Arlovsky. I think this is a. I want to put him at why is he not the favorite, but he's 45 years old. And he is on a losing streak. I'd say this is a 50-50 fight. I like Arlovsky here by decision. But next up, Watterson. I'd say this is a 50-50 fight too. I don't really see how Robertson is as big of a favorite as she is. But we move on. Gamori, yep. Move on. I think it's a 50-50. Silva has the potential, has the power. Has explosiveness. Is he going to get done? Not sure. Hasn't faced anybody like Jourdain. So, next up, Swanson. This is another 50-50. Both of them are chinny. Both of them can get knocked out. But we move on. Going quick. Barrialt. Fuck. I need to make a new one where it's maybe has a chance. Maybe we'll do that right now. The fuck? Oh, I'm an idiot. Add row. Bad odds. Let's do. What the fuck did I just say? A small chance. Put him there. Yeah. Barrialt. I'd say has a small chance, just because he could gas out Pfeiffer like Hermanson did, and in the third round, possibly maybe in the end of the second round. Try to finish him. Next up, Page. I mean, the odds say it's a 50-50 fight, but that I think he has a small chance to win just because I don't know. His style is wild and weird, but I feel like Gary will be able to read it. Um, yeah, I've broke down this fight a decent amount, so I'll just move on. Silva going to win. I was about to put him. How are they not the favorite? How are they not the favorite? But she's going to win. So we move on. Smith. I don't know how he's not the favorite. He's fighting at two. They're fighting at 205. He is a 205er. Dolitze is a 185er. I don't know. More experience, more proven. Fought against the better guys. I don't know how he's not the favorite. Same with Ortega. I don't know how he's not the favorite. He's the more proven guy, more established, fought the better people. And I'd say he can't be the favorite against Pereira coming off a loss, but this I think is a 50-50 fight. I back Prochazka because I think he should win, but it's a close fight to call. I'd say that it can go either way, but I think it definitely ends in finish. And that's going to be my favorites and dogs. Thanks for watching.